The big meeting room was full of strange beings. 12 different alien species sat around a huge table that glowed with blue light. Each alien looked different from the others. Some had scales, some had fur, and some looked like they were made of crystal. Chairman Velthor was the leader of this meeting. He was tall and thin, with skin that looked like blue glass. When light hit him, colors danced across his body like a rainbow. He stood up and hit the table with his hand. "We have a big problem," Velthor said. His voice came out as musical sounds, but a machine changed his words into language everyone could understand. "The humans are causing trouble again." All the aliens started talking at once. Their voices mixed together in a loud noise. Some growled, some chirped, and some made sounds like wind blowing through trees. "Quiet," Velthor shouted. The room became silent. "Ambassador Crixmal will tell us what the humans are doing." Crixmal stood up. He was short and round, with purple skin and 4 arms. His eyes were big and yellow. He pressed a button on the table. The air above them filled with moving pictures made of light. "Look at this," Crixmal said. The pictures showed human spaceships flying through space. The humans are going everywhere. They don't ask permission. They don't follow our rules. The pictures changed. Now they showed human colonies on different planets. Small domes and buildings covered the surface of worlds that looked empty before. "They built homes on 12 planets this month," Crixmal continued. "These planets are in neutral space. No one is supposed to live there without asking us first." A red alien with long arms slammed his fist on the table. "This is not right. We are the Galactic Council. We make the rules for everyone." "That's not the worst part," Crixmal said. The pictures changed again. Now they showed council ships trying to talk to human ships. Watch this. The light pictures showed a council ship sending messages to a human ship. The human ship kept flying like nothing happened. The council ship sent more messages. The human ship still ignored them. "They won't talk to us," Crixmal said. "They act like we don't exist." Far away from the council meeting, Captain Hyan-Woo Park was on his ship. The ship was called the New Soul. It was not the biggest ship in space, but it was strong and fast. Hyan-Woo was a young man with dark hair and serious eyes. He wore a blue uniform with the Earth symbol on it. "Captain," said Lieutenant Biora Kim. She was sitting at a computer near the front of the ship. "There's a big ship coming toward us." Hyan-Woo looked at the screen. A huge ship was flying toward them. It was much bigger than the New Soul. The ship had strange shapes and colors. It looked like it was made by aliens. "What do they want?" Hyan-Woo asked. "They're sending us messages," Biora said. "They want us to stop what we're doing and talk to them." Hyan-Woo looked at the screen again. His ship was in the middle of important work. They were looking for metals and other useful things in the asteroid belt. These materials would help build new homes for humans on other planets. "Are they attacking us?" Hyan-Woo asked. "No, Captain. They just want to talk." Hyan-Woo thought for a moment. He had work to do. His mission was to find resources for human colonies. These aliens were not part of his mission. "Tell them we're busy," Hyan-Woo said. Bo-Ra looked surprised. "Sir, they seem important. Their ship is very big." "I don't care how big their ship is," Hyan-Woo said. "We have a job to do. Tell them we're busy." Biora sent the message to the alien ship. Then she turned back to her work. The alien ship waited. Inside the ship, 12 different aliens sat around a table. They could not believe what they heard. "Did the human just say they're busy?" asked the leader. "Yes, sir," said the communications officer. "That's what they said." "Do they know who?" "We are." I told them, "We are the Galactic Council." I said, "We represent 12 different species and millions of worlds." The leader was quiet for a long time. In his many years of life, no one had ever told the Galactic Council they were busy. "Send the message again," the leader said. "Tell them this is important." The communications officer sent another message to the New Soul. This time, the message was longer. It explained that the Galactic Council was the most powerful group in the galaxy. It said that all species must follow Council rules. On the New Soul, Biora received the message. She read it and looked confused. "Captain," they sent. "Another message. They say they're the most powerful group in the galaxy. They want us to follow their rules." Hyan-Woo was looking at a map of the asteroid field. There were many asteroids with valuable metals. His team needed to check each one. Do these aliens own this asteroid field? Hyanwu asked. Biora checked her computer. No, sir. This is neutral space. No one owns it. Then why are they bothering us? I don't know, sir. Hyanwu made his decision. Don't answer them. We have work to do. The alien ship waited for 3 days. During this time, the new Sol kept working. Hyanwu's team found many asteroids full of useful metals. They sent small ships to collect samples. They mapped the entire asteroid field. The aliens watched everything. They could not understand why the humans ignored them. What are they doing? Asked one alien. They're collecting resources, said another. They're acting like we're not here. This is impossible. No one ignores the Galactic Council. The humans are doing it right now. Back at the council meeting, Krixmal was still showing pictures. The pictures now showed the new Sol working in the asteroid field while the council ship waited nearby. 3 days, Krixmal said. Our diplomatic ship waited for 3 days. The humans acted like it was not there. The aliens around the table were angry and confused. Some of them were very old and had never seen anything like this before. Do the humans want? Asked a green alien with many eyes. We don't know, Krixmal said. They won't talk to us. They just keep doing what they want to do. Are they preparing for war? Asked another alien. No, they're just working. They're collecting metals and building colonies. They act like we don't exist. Chairman Velthar stood up. His crystal skin was changing colors faster now. This showed that he was worried. This is a serious problem, Velthar said. If we let the humans ignore us, other species might do the same thing. Our authority will be destroyed. What should we do? Asked the red alien. Velthar thought for a moment. The Galactic Council had rules for everything. They had procedures for dealing with new species. They had ways to handle conflicts. But they had never dealt with a species that simply ignored them. We will give them one final chance, Velthar said. We will send a message to all human worlds. We will tell them they must follow our rules or face the consequences. What if they ignore that message too? Asked Krixmal. Then we will have to make them listen, Velthar said. We will send our fleet. The aliens agreed. They would send an ultimatum to humanity. The message would be clear. Follow our rules or face our military power. But the aliens did not understand humans very well. They thought humans would be scared of their threats. They thought humans would quickly agree to follow council rules. They were wrong. The message was sent to Earth and all human colonies. It was a simple message. Humanity must submit to Galactic Council authority within 30 days or face punishment. When humans received this message, they had a very different reaction than the aliens expected. Most humans just ignored it. Some humans laughed, a few humans got angry and started planning to build more colonies in neutral space. The Galactic Council waited for humanity's response. They expected fear or maybe negotiation. They expected humans to ask for mercy or try to make a deal. Instead, they got nothing. The 30 days passed. Humanity never responded to the ultimatum. The aliens could not believe it. No species had ever ignored them completely. They started to panic. What they didn't understand was that humans had a simple way of thinking. If someone is not your friend and not your enemy, you just ignore them. The aliens seemed like strangers who were being rude and demanding, so humans treated them like strangers who were being rude and demanding. They ignored them. And this simple human response was about to change everything in the galaxy. The research station, Busan 1, was floating in space near a bright star. Minho studied alien life forms. He had been doing this work for 5 years, but he had never seen real aliens before. Only there. When his computer started beeping, the sound was loud and urgent. This meant someone was sending an important message to all human stations. What's happening? Minho asked his computer. The computer screen showed a message. It was not from humans. The words were translated from an alien language. Minho read it carefully. To all human settlements and ships, the message said, this is the Galactic Council. You have 30 solar cycles to submit to our authority. If you do not obey, we will take action against you. This is your final warning. Minho read the message 3 times. He could not believe what he was seeing, who worked on another research station. Did you see the alien message? Minho asked. Yes, Sungmin said. His voice sounded excited. Real aliens. This is amazing. Maybe they're just scared, Sungmin said. We should try to be friends with them. Minho was not so sure. The message sounded angry, not scared. On Earth, President Yoon Choi was having her morning coffee when her assistant ran into her office. The assistant looked worried. "Madam President, we have a situation," the assistant said. "We received a message from aliens." President Choi put down her coffee cup. "Aliens? Real aliens?" "Yes, ma'am. They call themselves the Galactic Council. They want us to follow their rules." President Choi read the message on her tablet. Her face became serious. She had been president for 3 years, but nothing had prepared her for this. "Call an emergency." "Meeting?" she said. "Get all the important people here right now." So was Foreign Minister Hee-jin Park. Scientists, military leaders, and advisors all sat around the big table. What do we know about these? Their message reached all our colonies at the same time, which means they have very good technology. "We don't know," Dr. Kim said. "The message mentions 12 different species. That could mean millions or billions of aliens." "What about their military power?" President Choi asked. "Defense." Secretary Yoon looked at his notes. "We've been studying the reports from our outer colonies. Our people have seen big alien ships, much bigger than our ships. If they decide to fight us, we're in trouble." Everyone in the room was quiet. "So what should we do?" President Choi asked. Foreign Minister Park spoke up. "We should try to negotiate. We should send them a message saying we want to talk." "But what if they don't want to talk?" asked Defense Secretary Yoon. "Then we have a problem," the Foreign Minister said. President Choi, look. The council meeting room was chaos. Aliens were shouting in 12 different languages. Some were banging on the table. Others were making angry sounds that hurt to hear. Chairman Velthor hit his crystal hand on the table, so hard it made a ringing sound like a bell. "Order. We need order." The room became quiet, but everyone still looked upset. "Report," Velthor said to his intelligence chief. Intelligence Chief Kervin stood up. He was a gray alien with 6 eyes and no mouth. He spoke through his thoughts, which a machine turned into words. "The situation is getting worse," Kervin said. "Human activity has increased by 40% since we surrounded their space." "What do you mean, increased?" asked Trade Minister Zixalan. She was green with tentacles instead of arms. "More ships, more colonies, more mining operations," Kervin explained. "It's like our blockade made them work harder, not slower." The aliens looked at each other in confusion. This was not how blockades were supposed to work. "Are they smuggling supplies past our ships?" asked General Thakmer. He was big and red with armor covering his body. "No, sir," Kervin said. "They're using resources they already have. They're being very smart about it." "What about their military?" Velthor asked. "That's the strangest part," Kervin said. "Their military is doing almost nothing. A few ships are flying around, but they're not preparing for war. They're just ... watching us." "Watching us do what?" "Watching us wait, sir." Far away from the council meeting, Intelligence Chief Su Binjang was doing something very dangerous. She was on a small, invisible ship called the Ghost of Jeju. This ship was so advanced that even alien sensors could not find it. Subin was listening to alien communications. She wanted to know what the council was really thinking. What she heard surprised her. "They're scared," she said to her partner, Agent Daeho Choi. "Scared. But they have the bigger fleet," Daeho said. "That's why they're scared," Subin explained. "They thought having big ships would make us afraid. But we're not afraid, so they don't know what to do." Subin had been listening to council communications for 3 days. She heard their meetings, their private conversations, and their reports to their home worlds. "Listen to this," she said, playing a recording of alien voices. The recording was from a private conversation between 2 council leaders. "What if the humans are pretending?" One alien said. "What if this is all an act?" "You mean they're planning something?" the other alien asked. "They have to be. No species is this calm when facing our fleet. Maybe they have secret weapons, or maybe they're completely crazy. Both possibilities worry me." Subin turned off the recording. "Do you hear that? They think we're either super smart or completely insane. Are we?" Daeho asked. Subin laughed. "Maybe a little of both." Back on Earth, President Choi was getting reports from all over human space. The reports were not what anyone expected. "Tourism is up 30%, said Economic Advisor Woo Kyung Lee. People want to see the alien ships. Tourism. President Choi could not believe it. We're surrounded by a hostile fleet, and people are taking vacations. Yes, ma'am. Hotels near the fleet positions are all booked. What about the colonies? Colony applications are up 60%, said Colonial Administrator G1 Park. People say if the aliens are trying to stop us from building homes, we should build more homes faster. President Choi put her head in her hands. Her people were impossible. Any panic, any fear, she asked. Some, Wu Qiang said, but mostly people are just annoyed. They say the alien ships are blocking their view of the stars. Defense Secretary Yoon came into the room with a big smile on his face. You need to see this, he said. He turned on the wall screen. What's Captain Song doing? President Choi asked. They watched as the human ship stopped near the alien patrol. Captain Chanwoo, Song's voice came through the radio. Hello there. I'm carrying coffee and kimchi to the Andromeda colonies. You guys want some coffee? The kimchi might be too spicy for you, though. The alien patrol was quiet for a long moment. Then their leader spoke. You are in violation of the blockade. Stop your ship and prepare to be searched. Searched for what? Captain Song asked. I told you what I'm carrying. Coffee and kimchi. Pretty boring stuff. You must follow our orders. Why? Captain Song asked. You're not my boss. There was another long silence. Then the alien leader said, We are the Galactic Council. We have authority over this space. Says who? Captain Song asked double quotes, says says us. Well, I never agreed to that. Did anyone ask me if I wanted you to be my boss? That is not how it works. How does it work then? Captain Song asked. Do you just go around telling people what to do? That seems rude. President Choi watched this conversation with amazement. Captain Song was treating the most powerful military force in the galaxy like they were annoying strangers who were blocking his way. Sir, the alien leader said, you must comply with our orders. Or what? Captain Song asked. Or we will. The alien leader seemed confused. We will take action. What kind of action? We will stop you. You already stopped me. I'm talking to you instead of flying to my destination. What else are you going to do? The alien leader was quiet for a very long time. You sure you don't want some coffee? It's really good. The Pusan trader flew away, leaving the alien patrol behind. President Choi turned to Defense Secretary Yoon. Is this happening everywhere? Yes, ma'am, Yoon said. Our people are treating the aliens like like ordinary people. They're being polite, but not scared. And how are the aliens reacting? They're very confused. Back in the council chambers, the confusion was getting worse. Our economic sanctions are not working, reported Trade Minister Zixalan. Human trade has actually increased. How is that possible? Velthar asked. They're trading with each other more, she explained. Instead of relying on outside resources, they're sharing what they have. What about our military show of force? General Thakmer looked embarrassed. Sir, our ships report that humans keep trying to give them food. Food, coffee, something called kimchi, various snacks. They seem to think our crews are hungry. Are our crews accepting the food? General Thakmer's embarrassment grew. Some of them are, sir. They say the coffee is very good. Velthar's crystal skin turned a dark purple color. This meant he was more than angry, he was starting to feel hopeless. What do our psychologists say about human behavior? He asked. Chief Psychologist Mimtar stepped forward. She was small and blue with large eyes. Sir, we have 3 theories about human psychology. Tell me. Theory 1. Humans are incredibly brave and will never surrender no matter what we do. Theory 2. Humans are too stupid to understand they're in danger. Theory 3. Humans are playing a game we don't understand, and they're winning. Which theory is correct? We don't know, sir. All 3 theories fit their behavior. Velthar looked around the room. Every alien face showed the same thing, confusion and worry. What do you recommend? Chief Psychologist Mimtar was quiet for a moment. Sir, I recommend we try something we've never done before. What? Ask them what they want. Ask them. Velthar was shocked. We don't ask inferior species what they want. We tell them what to do. With respect, sir, our current approach isn't working. But if we ask them what they want, we'll look weak. Sir Mimtar said quietly, I think we already look weak. The room was silent. Everyone knew she was right. The mighty Galactic Council, rulers of millions of worlds, was being defeated by a species that wouldn't even talk to them. "This is impossible," Velthar said. "We have the bigger fleet. We have more advanced technology. We have thousands of years of experience." "Yes, sir," Mimtar said, "but they have something we don't." "What?" "They don't care what we think." And that was the heart of the problem. The Council's power came from other species caring about their approval. But humans didn't care. They just wanted to live their lives in peace. For the first time in his long life, Chairman Velthar was starting to wonder if the Council was wrong. The Council made a big mistake. They tried to use fear to control humans. But humans have a strange way of reacting to fear. They get stubborn. When the Council said humans could not go to certain star systems, humans immediately started racing to get there first. It was like telling a child not to touch something. It just made them want to touch it more. Colonel Woojin Kim was in charge of terraforming on a planet called Kepler 438b. Terraforming meant changing the planet so humans could live there easily. It was hard work that took many years. The Council had declared Kepler 438b a strategic reserve. This meant no one was supposed to live there. But humans were already there, and they had been working for 2 years. Woojin was a practical man. He was 45 years old, with gray hair and calm eyes. He had been a soldier for 20 years before becoming a terraformer. He knew how to handle difficult situations. "Sir," said his assistant engineer Hyung Park, "there's a council fleet coming toward us." Woojin looked at the scanner. 12 alien ships were approaching the planet. They were big ships with strange designs. "How long until they arrive?" Woojin asked. 6 hours, sir." Woojin thought for a moment. His terraforming team had been working hard for months. They had planted trees, built atmosphere processors, and created lakes. The planet was starting to look like home. "Are they sending any messages?" he asked. "Yes, sir. They're ordering us to leave the planet immediately." "Any threats?" "They say they'll remove us by force if we don't leave voluntarily." Woojin nodded. "Well, they'll have to wait, sir." "It's lunchtime," Woojin said, "and today is barbecue." Day Engineer Park looked confused. "Sir, shouldn't we prepare for the aliens?" "We are preparing," Woojin said. "We're making bulgogi." Bulgogi was a Korean dish made with thin slices of marinated beef cooked over a fire. It was Woojin's favorite food. 6 hours later, the alien ships arrived. They found the human colony. In the middle of a barbecue party, smoke was rising from cooking fires. People were laughing and eating. Children were playing games. The alien fleet commander, Admiral Zektar, could not believe what he was seeing. He had come to remove a human military outpost. Instead, he found what looked like a festival. "Human colony," Admiral Zektar said over the radio. "You are in violation of Council orders. Evacuate this planet immediately." Woojin was standing next to his barbecue grill, turning pieces of meat. He spoke into his communicator without stopping his cooking. "Hello there," Woojin said. "You're just in time for lunch. Want some bulgogi, Admiral?" Zektar was quiet for a long moment. In his 60 years as a military officer, no one had ever offered him lunch while he was giving them orders to leave. "This is not a social visit," Admiral Zektar said. "This is an enforcement action." "I know," Woojin said, "but people still need to eat. And this bulgogi is really good. You must leave this planet." "Why?" Woojin asked, adding some vegetables to his grill. "Because the Council has declared it a strategic reserve." "What does that mean?" Admiral Zektar realized he didn't really know. It means it's important for galactic security." "How?" Woojin asked. "It's just a planet. We're not hurting anyone by living here. That is not the point." "What is the point then?" Admiral Zektar found himself getting frustrated. "The point is that you must follow Council orders." "Says who?" "Says the Council." "But I never agreed to follow Council orders," Woojin said. "Did you ask me if I wanted to follow your orders?" "That is not how it works." "How does it work then?" Admiral Zektar was getting a headache. "Look, just leave the planet in there. Won't be any trouble, but we like it here," Woojin said. "We've been working very hard to make it nice. Look around, doesn't it look beautiful?" Admiral Zektar did look around. The planet did look beautiful. Green trees covered the hills. Clean rivers flowed to the sea. The air was fresh and clean. "It doesn't matter how it looks," Admiral Zektar said. "You have to leave." Want to come down and see what we've built? Wu Jin asked. I'm really proud of our work. This is not a tour, I know, but you should see it anyway. We built a school, a hospital, and a park. The park has flowers from Earth. They're very pretty. Admiral Zektar was getting more confused by the minute. He had come to remove illegal colonists, but these people seemed like nice neighbors who wanted to show off their garden. Sir, said his communications officer, what should we do? Admiral Zektar didn't know. His training had prepared him for many things: space battles, negotiations, prisoner situations. But his training had not prepared him for friendly people who offered him lunch. Are you sure you don't want some bulgogi? Wu Jin asked. It's almost ready. Despite himself, Admiral Zektar found that he was curious about this bulgogi. It did smell very good. What is bulgogi? He asked. Marinated beef cooked over fire, Wu Jin explained. Very tender and flavorful. Perfect for a day like today. I'm a vegetarian, Admiral Zektar said. No problem, Wu Jin said. We have grilled vegetables too. And rice. Do you like rice? Yes, I like rice. Great. Come down and join us. We have plenty of food. Admiral Zektar found himself saying, well, maybe just for a few minutes. 3 hours later, Admiral Zektar was sitting on a blanket, eating grilled vegetables and rice, while human children showed him their drawings of spaceships. He had completely forgotten why he came to the planet. This is very good, he told Wu Jin. Thank you, Wu Jin said. My wife taught me the recipe. You have a wife here. Yes, and 2 children. They love this planet. It's safe and clean and quiet. Admiral Zektar looked around. He saw families eating together. He saw old people playing games with young people. He saw children learning about plants and animals. It does seem nice here, he admitted. You should visit again, Wu Jin said. Maybe bring your family next time. I don't have a family, Admiral Zektar said sadly. Well, you have friends here now, Wu Jin said. You're always welcome. Admiral Zektar returned to his ship. His crew was very confused. Sir, asked his second-in-command, what are your orders? Admiral Zektar thought about the question. He thought about the families he had met. He thought about the children's drawings. He thought about how good the food had tasted. We're leaving, he said. Did you remove the colonists, sir? No. Should we use force? No, sir. What should I put in my report? Admiral Zektar was quiet for a long time. Put that the situation requires further study. Meanwhile, engineer HFY Park was working on humanity's biggest project ever. She was building a Dyson sphere around the star Proxima Centauri. A Dyson sphere was a giant structure that could capture all of a star's energy. HFY was brilliant and stubborn. When the council sent her a message saying she had to stop her work, she did something unexpected. She worked faster. They want us to stop building, HFY said to her team. Then we'll show them what real building looks like. She sent a message. Back to the council, you can't stop progress. Then she ordered more workers, more materials, and bigger machines. The Dyson Sphere project, which was supposed to take 50 years, was now planned to be finished in 20 years. The council watched in amazement as human construction projects got bigger and faster instead of smaller and slower. What are they doing? Chairman Velthor asked his advisors. They're building faster, sir, Intelligence Chief Kervin reported. It's like our threats made them want to prove something. Prove what? That they can do whatever they want. Velthar's crystal skin was flashing colors rapidly. This is insane. They're surrounded by our fleet. They should be afraid. Sir, said Chief Psychologist Mimtar, I think I understand what's happening. Explain. Humans don't see us as authority figures, she said. They see us as bullies. Bullies. People who try to control others for no good reason. And humans don't like bullies. We're not bullies. We're the government. Sir, did humans vote for us to be their government? Velthor was quiet. The answer was no. Did we ask them to join the council? Mimtar continued. No. Did we explain what they would get in return for following our rules? No. Then from their perspective, we're just strangers telling them what to do. Velthor sat down heavily. What do we do now? I think we need to try a completely different approach, sir. What approach? We need to actually talk to them. Talk. To them? Yes, sir. Like equals, like neighbors. The idea was so strange that Velthor's skin stopped flashing colors entirely. Talk to humans like equals. The council had never done anything like that before. but maybe it was time to try something new. Chairman Velthor stood in front of the biggest mirror in his private chambers. His crystal skin was changing colors, but slowly now, he was thinking about something that had never been done before in the history of the Galactic Council. He was going to ask the humans for a meeting. Not demand a meeting. Not order a meeting. Ask for one. The idea made his skin turn a pale green color, which meant he was nervous. Sir, his assistant secretary, Marald, entered the room. Are you really going to do this? I don't see any other choice, Velthor said. Everything else has failed. But sir, what will the other council members think? They'll think I'm desperate, Velthor said, and they'll be right. He had spent 3 days thinking about Chief Psychologist Mimtar's advice. Talk to humans like equals. The idea seemed impossible at first. The council didn't talk to anyone like equals. They gave orders and expected obedience. But humans were different. They didn't want to obey. They just wanted to be left alone. Prepare my personal ship, Velthor said. I'm going to Earth, Sir Secretary Marald said. This is very dangerous. What if the humans attack you? Velthor thought about Admiral Zektar's report. The Admiral had come back from the human colony with recipes for grilled vegetables and an invitation to visit again. I don't think they'll attack me, Velthor said. I think they'll offer me food. On Earth, Admiral Kyungho Bey was having his morning coffee when his aide rushed into his office. Sir, the aide said, we're getting a strange message from the alien fleet. What kind of strange? Admiral Bey asked. They're asking for a meeting, not demanding, asking. Admiral Bey put down his coffee cup. This was new. For months, the aliens had been giving orders and making threats. Now they were asking politely for something. What kind of meeting? Their leader wants to meet with President Choi. He says he'll come to Earth personally. He's coming here. Yes, sir. He's asking permission to land in Seoul. Admiral Bey was surprised. The alien leader was putting himself at risk by coming to Earth. This showed that he was serious about talking. What should I tell him? Admiral Bey thought for a moment. Koreans were taught to be polite to guests, even unexpected ones. Tell him yes, Admiral Bey said, but also tell him we're ordering takeout for lunch. 6 hours later, Chairman Velthor's ship landed in a park near the Blue House in Seoul. The ship was beautiful, made of the same crystal material as Velthor's skin. It glowed softly in the afternoon sunlight. President Choi was waiting with a small group of advisors. She had decided to meet the alien leader personally. This was either very brave or very foolish, but she thought it was the right thing to do. Velthor stepped out of his ship. He was tall and thin, and his crystal skin was currently a nervous pale blue color. He looked around at the trees and buildings of Seoul. It's beautiful, he said to President Choi. Thank you, she said. Welcome to Earth. They walked together to the Blue House. Velthor was surprised by how normal everything seemed. He had expected weapons and soldiers. Instead, he saw office workers eating lunch and students reading books. Are you not afraid of me? Velthor asked. Should I be? President Choi replied. I command the largest fleet in the galaxy. But you came here alone, President Choi said. That tells me you want to talk, not fight. They reached the meeting room. It was small and simple, with a wooden table and comfortable chairs. President Choi had chosen this room instead of the big, formal meeting hall. She wanted Velthor to feel like a guest, not a prisoner. Please, sit down, she said. Would you like some tea? Velthor had never been offered tea by someone he was trying to control. What kind of tea? Green tea. It's very calming. Yes, I would like some tea. President Choi poured the tea herself. She handed Velthor a small cup. He held it carefully in his crystal hands. This is good, he said after taking a sip. Thank you. My grandmother taught me how to make it. They drank tea in comfortable silence for a few minutes. Then Velthor spoke. I don't understand your people, he said. What don't you understand? We have surrounded your space with our fleet. We have threatened you. We have tried to stop your expansion, but you act like we're not there. President Choi set down her teacup. Why should we be afraid of you? Because we have more ships and better weapons. But you haven't used them. The massive alien fleet hung in space like a dark cloud around Earth. Admiral Park Jin stood on the bridge of the human flagship. Harmonian watched the enemy ships through the window. 500 Council warships had come to destroy humanity. But Park Jin was not afraid. Sir, They are asking us to surrender, said Captain Osu from her station. Elder Fleet Admiral Coxtall wants to speak with you. Park Jin nodded. Put him on screen. The main screen showed a tall alien with blue skin and 4 arms. His eyes were filled with anger. Human Admiral Coxtall said, "Your species has broken galactic law. You have stolen our secrets and turned our own people against us. Surrender, now, or we will destroy your world." Park Jin smiled calmly. "Elder Admiral, we have not stolen anything. We have only shared the truth. Would you like to hear our answer?" "Speak quickly," Coxtall said. "Our answer is no. We will not surrender, but we invite you to stay for tea." The alien admiral looked confused. "Tea? Are you making fun of me?" "Not at all," Park Jin said. "Captain Osu, please send the invitation." Across space, every council ship received the same message. It was not a battle plan or a threat. It was an invitation to visit Earth and see what humans had built. The message included pictures of alien families who now lived on human worlds. Former council citizens who had chosen freedom over control. Coxtall stared at the images. He saw Altarian children playing with human kids. He saw Zephyrian scientists working in human labs. He saw his own people, Vorthans, serving as officers on human ships. "This is impossible," Coxtall said. "These people belong to the council. They cannot just leave." "But they did leave," Park Jin said. "They chose to leave. We did not force them. We simply offered them a choice that the council never gave them." The bridge of his flagship, Coxtall, felt angry and confused. For over 1,000 years, the council had controlled the galaxy. Every species followed council rules. Every planet paid council taxes. Every new discovery was given to the council elders. This was the natural order of things. But now, human ships had visited every corner of the galaxy. They had shown council citizens the old records from the dead precursor race. They had proven that the council had been lying for thousands of years. The elders had kept everyone weak and stupid on purpose. "Sir," said Coxtall, essayed, "a young Vorthan named Hexto. We are getting reports from across the fleet. Many of our crews are asking questions. They want to know if the human records are true." Coxtall closed his eyes. He was old enough to remember the old stories his grandmother had told him. Stories about ancient times when Vorthons could build ships that traveled between stars in seconds, not hours. Stories about weapons that could cut through reality itself. Stories that the council had called lies. But what if they were not lies? What if his people had once been great and the council had made them forget? On Earth, diplomat Xinyu sat in a simple office building in Seoul. She was not in a military command center or a government palace. She was in a normal office where she worked every day to help aliens who wanted to leave the council system. Her computer chimed with a message. "Ms. Shin," said her assistant engineer Beekro, "the council fleet is breaking formation. Some ships are moving away from the battle group." Xinyu nodded. "How many? 50 ships so far, all from different species. They are asking for permission to land on Earth." This was exactly what Xinyu had hoped for. Humanity's plan had never been to fight the council fleet. Their plan was to give individual aliens the chance to choose freedom. "Grant permission," she said, "but spread them out. Take them to different cities so they can see how we really live." Meanwhile, Dr. Choi Min was in her lab beneath the mountains of Korea. She was working with a team of human and alien scientists. Together, they were building something that had never existed before, a machine that could create food from basic atoms. "Professor Choi," said her assistant, a former Altarian named Bok-Tu, "the energy readings are stable. I think we can begin the first test." Dr. Choi smiled. Bok-Tu had been a slave scientist for the council. His job was to do research, but give all discoveries to the elders. Now he was free to learn and create whatever he wanted. "Begin the test." Dr. Choi said, The machine hummed to life. In seconds, it created a perfect apple from nothing but energy and basic elements. Bok-Tu stared at it with wonder. "This will end hunger across the galaxy," he whispered. "Yes," Dr. Choi said, "and we will give the plans to everyone for free. No patents, no restrictions." Back in space, more council ships were leaving the battle formation. Admiral Coxtall watched as nearly half his fleet chose to visit Earth rather than attack it. "Sir," said Hexto, "what are your orders?" Coxtall thought about his grandmother's stories. He thought about the records the humans had shared, about what kind of galaxy he wanted to leave for his own grandchildren. "Take us to Earth," he said quietly. "Sir, you heard me. Take us to Earth. I want to see what these humans have really built." 3 hours later, Coxtel stood in the Central Park of Seoul. Around him, humans and aliens walked together peacefully. He saw Altarian children learning to play human games. He saw Zephyrian artists painting pictures of Earth's sunsets. He saw Vorthan warriors teaching human soldiers new fighting techniques. No one was forced to be there. No one was controlled or monitored. Everyone was simply free to live and learn and grow. A small human child, maybe 6 years old, ran up to Coxtel. The child was not afraid of the large alien warrior. "Hello," the child said in basic galactic common. "Are you from space? Do you want to see my drawing?" The child held up a picture showing humans and aliens working together to build a large space station. It was clearly drawn by a child with shaky lines and bright colors. But it showed a future, where all species could work as equals. Coxtel knelt down to look at the drawing. "It is very beautiful," he said. "What is this building?" "It's the new science station," the child said excitedly. "My mom says it will help everyone learn new things. She says learning new things makes people happy." That evening, Coxtel met with Admiral Park Jin in a simple restaurant. They ate Korean food and talked like old friends, not enemies. "Why?" Coxtel asked. "Why did humans refuse to join the council? You could have been rulers of many worlds." Park Jin put down his chopsticks. "Because ruling others makes you weak," he said. "When you control someone, you stop them from growing. When you stop them from growing, they cannot help you grow either. We wanted strong neighbors, not weak servants." "But the council brought peace to the galaxy," Coxtel said. "Did it?" Park Jin asked. "Or did it bring control? When everyone is free to choose their own path, the council peace was just everyone being too afraid to fight back." Coxtel thought about this. "So what happens now? The council system has kept order for thousands of years. We replace it with something better," Park Jin said. "The Galactic Research Cooperative. Every species that wants to join can join. Every species that wants to leave can leave. We share knowledge freely. We help each other grow stronger. And if some species choose to be aggressive, if they try to conquer others," Park Jin smiled, "then we stop them. Together. Free people fighting for freedom are always stronger than slaves fighting for masters." 1 month later, the old council officially dissolved. In its place, 200 species formed the new cooperative. They built their headquarters not on a remote station, but on a new world that humans and aliens designed together. Commander Han Wu, now an old man, stood on the observation platform of the new headquarters. Through the great windows, he could see ships from hundreds of different worlds. Scientists, artists, explorers, and teachers from across the galaxy worked together on projects that would have been impossible under council rule. A young Altarian scientist named Velka approached him. She had been born under council rule, but had grown up in the new free galaxy. "Commander Han Wu," she said, "I have a question." "Yes, my professor says humans could have ruled the galaxy easily. Your technology was so advanced, your military so strong. Why did you choose to free everyone instead of conquering everyone?" Han Wu looked out at the busy spaceport. He saw human children learning alien languages. He saw alien adults teaching human students. He saw the beginning of something that had never existed before, a truly free galactic civilization. "Because," he said, "ruling others makes you small, but lifting others up makes you great. We didn't want to be the biggest fish in a small pond. We wanted to help create an ocean where everyone could swim." Velka nodded thoughtfully. "And now?" Han Wu pointed to the deep space sensors that had detected signals from other galaxies. "Now we keep growing, all of us, together. The galaxy is no longer divided between rulers and servants. We are all explorers now." As the sun set on the cooperative headquarters, ships from 1,000 worlds continued their work. The age of artificial limits was over. The age of unlimited possibility had just begun, and somewhere in the vast darkness between galaxies, other civilizations were taking notice of the bright new light that had appeared in what they had once thought was a dark and primitive corner of space.